What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having another amazing day. I'm gonna talk about the first time I got arrested. Yes, you know what, times are different. Before we get into anything, I need to get high. I need to get high before I tell any story. I'm gonna keep doing these because I have a few interesting stories throughout my whole, like I say, timeline, you know, timeline. If you guys are interested in more stories, comment down whatever you guys want to know, whatever you guys want to hear. There's only one out of fucking many, and there's honestly a mistake. Most of these are mistakes. A lot of stories come from mistakes, come from experiences, come from level ups. This is one of them. This is the time that I got arrested. Let's get it. We're smoking on some plug and play. I reviewed this literally the last video. Check it out. It's some gas. There's actually a different strain. The last one I did was live resin. This is actually just normal distillate. It's gas. I find the distillates taste way better, way stronger than fucking live resin, which is kind of ironic because live resin is supposed to be something stronger than normal distillate. Anyways, back to my story. This happened maybe 2 years ago. I'm only 20 right now, 20, so this happened straight out of high school. I graduated high school when COVID hit. It was absolutely fucking gay. I don't give a fuck. That shit was stupid. Literally, it was towards the end of the year, so we had some of the things done already, but still, we still had the end of the year to get through, you know? It happened around March, January, February, March. Maybe like the second week of March. It was on a Friday. We get a call on the intercom saying that I think school was released early, and then they told us that we'll update you guys if we come back. And they did update us, but we never came back to school. And literally that's how my senior year ended. It was cut off just like that. And I know I'm not the only one. Literally, I know I'm not the only one, but it's stupid. I graduated on the parking lot. It was stupid. But the way school ended, it shifted my whole life in general. Like, I had plans, everything, but the way school ended, it granted me like a free vacation, because we were literally, all our grades, everything was on hold, which makes sense. You know, no one can go to school. Some people can't access a computer, do certain things that, you know, you can do at a school. So everything was halted, and I was left with like a 3.2 GPA. So I did nothing. And throughout that whole time, I took a pathway that, you know, not many people are supposed to take, and I don't recommend it. Obviously, no, don't do this shit. But mindsets, you're led to temptations, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to break those temptations. You're not supposed to fall into those temptations. You're supposed to break those temptations, but sometimes they get the best of you. So school ended, and I decided to take a different path. And that path was, you can already guess it. I'm not gonna say it. Hopefully I don't get banned or something. So school ended. This was about 5 months, 6 months into my game, into what I was doing. And I would run around stupid, you know? I would run around with so much stuff. I thought I was invincible with the care in the world. And I really thought I was invincible this one night because, I mean, it was late at night. I was gonna go do one thing, come back. It's gonna be easy. But the way we did it, me and a friend of mine, which, you know, he has nothing to do with this. And this happened, I think, on a Sunday night. Maybe on a Sunday or Saturday night. Let's take one hit. Fuck. I'm already like 5 minutes into the story. I'm barely getting into it. Let's take one hit. Let's chill out. $11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, something like that. I pull up to one of my friend's house, the one that got involved with me in this. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. We were only gonna go to like a neighboring city, 15 minutes, 20-minute drive, but it was late at night, and we should have thought twice of this, but we're young, we're stupid, we think we're invincible, so we didn't. I forget the reason why we loaded everything into my car and why we were even, I forget why we even did it, what's the reason for, but nonetheless, we loaded everything that I was doing into my car, into my trunk, into my back seat. It was maybe at least worth probably like $8,000 worth of stuff. Probably like 6,000, 7,000. It's not a lot. Maybe to the normal person it is a lot, but
it wasn't really a lot. And that was all loaded into my car, and off we went. There we are driving, going. I think everything we were doing was illegal. We were everything driving wise, everything, you know, we weren't running any reds, we weren't speeding, we were on the highway, going the speed we were supposed to go. It's only up until we were done with the whole thing when stuff happened. One thing I didn't notice though, and this was throughout the whole entire, I want to say the whole entire, like, since I got this car, I didn't really pay attention to it, especially the light for the back license plate. Who does that? That's something you do get pulled over for, and an officer does tell you about it, you know? Because normally a person doesn't really check that, see that, notice that. I mean, come on, it's in the back of the car, and it's for your license plate. That's like probably the last thing you're gonna check throughout the day, if not throughout the whole month. Driving off, going like 50. I think we did go over the speed limit because we were leaving the city, so I was like gaining speed, and I admitted to that once I got pulled over. And well, there you go, I already said it. I got pulled over, but that wasn't the reason. The reason for was because of the back light, the license plate, so they couldn't read my plates. They couldn't read it, so they had to pull me over so they could, you know, do what they need to do. And I respect them for that, but fuck, everything after that just went downhill. And this is I'm gonna say some tips too on how to get yourself out of situations like this, because really you gotta plead the fifth. You gotta shut the fuck up. Anyways, we get pulled over, everything in the back of the car. We pulled over, you know, at first I thought I'm about to fucking go on a pursuit. I'm in a Camry, I'm in an 014 black Camry, 4-cylinder. I'm not fucking escaping no one. I pull my ass over. I literally know what's about to go down. Like, come on now. They're gonna smell a blunt. They're gonna tell us to get out. It's the whole process. It's the whole deal. I watch a lot of cop shit. I watch a lot of news shit, and I know what goes down. And I knew what was about to go down. Officer came. The first thing he said was why he pulled us over, which is, you know, you're supposed to, but most just get right into it. They're just like, we smell weed, get out. But this guy was nice. He was professional, I would say. He told us that our back plates, he couldn't read them, the light, which I was like, okay. I did not know that, obviously. And then they told us that they smelled weed, all this. They need I honestly forget, you know, every bit by detail, but I can tell the main parts. I think after that, he told us to, get out of the vehicle. One thing led to the other, and I was already taking DWI tests. DWI and the DUI, driving while impaired, driving under the influence, something totally different, and it's something that I fucking learned and kind of find out. Because damn, I thought I got a DUI that night, but I got a driving while impaired, which is something less severe. You know, it still impacts you, not really, but it stays on your record. That's what I mean by. I stepped out, I took some tests. I think the first one was the walking with the foot in front of the other foot. I guess I failed that one. I don't fucking know how. This dude said I failed like 6 out of a fucking, I don't even know, like 3 out of the 6, which I fucking doubt. Failed the test, and then the officer comes and tells me like, all right, this is what I saw, this is what you did, this is what you didn't do. I get put in handcuffs, and then I get thrown in the back of the car. There you go. And then I get my Miranda rights said to me. That's all said and done. I see the same thing getting done to my friend, getting searched, getting questioned as I'm in the car, in the back seat of the police car, just contemplating my life, rethinking everything. There's so much going through my head at this time. My family, school, my future, my background. I was contemplating my whole life, obviously. Who wouldn't? You're gonna get put on drug charges, a bunch of shit. The whole ordeal was done under like 10 minutes. I'm not even joking, 15 minutes. We had like 3 cop cars there. We had like 1 constable. He was like supervising everything. It was all said and done in like 15 minutes. The police station was literally like 5 minutes down the block too. All we did was U-turn, go down the block, and then we were right there. And this is the second part. This is us being in the jail cell, in the jail area now. Let's take one little quick hit before I continue the story. I'm fucking getting, oh my god, I'm getting lit as fuck. These plug and plays, like I said in my last video, this one temperature, it fucks me up. It fucks anyone up. It fucking packs a punch. They processed us. They got all of our information, our story. We didn't say shit. I clearly remember, like, in the back of my head was just saying, like, bro, don't say nothing. Like, don't say nothing. And I didn't. I was so scared, honestly. I had like so much going through my head, and I had a lot of stuff. And the last thing I wanted was to get in major trouble. But things are different. I don't know. Laws are literally obviously different in different states. California, New York, Texas. In Texas, you're fucked if you're caught with weed. In California, it's a misdemeanor, you know? So I was brought to the jail cell. They processed me. Like I said, they did everything that you're supposed to do, and then they put me to the holding cell. Me and my boy were talking to the officers, and it was just two officers. We were like sharing some stories. They were saying some shit. I remember they were like, I clearly remember, bro. They called us Cheech and Chong, which is like, I don't know. It might be, I don't fucking know, but they called us Cheech and Chong. So we were like, you know, we were conversating with them. Fuck the cops though. Fuck the cops. But they really did call us Cheech and Chong. I don't even know. I don't even look like Cheech and Chong. Or Cheech. Or Chong. This is why I talked about the laws. Because literally after they were done processing us, they gave me, they told me to call my dad. They told me to call someone to pick me up. Because I was going to get let go that same night. Once I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was so like mind fucked. I literally thought I was going to get sent to prison. I thought the worst. I instantly thought the worst. But here they are saying, call your dad, call someone to come pick you up. And another thing is, I don't think I mentioned, they left my car on the side of the road. They didn't even tow it or something. Normally, and I know this for sure, especially during any like drug ordeal, during like a DUI, DWI, that's what I mean by, especially during anything like that. They would send a tow truck. I would have to go bail it out, pay like a band or something. But they literally left it parked on the side of the road with the emergency lights off or on, which I'm so thankful for. These guys really did come in clutch. I still got put under arrest, still got some charges, still had to, you know, go to court and all this shit. But it's more so a learning experience. They give me the phone or they tell me to call someone. I ended up calling my father. Whew. Let me get into this. I have a Mexican ass father. Calling my dad at 1 in the morning. By now it was probably for sure 1 in the morning. And now that I'm thinking about it, it probably was on a Sunday night because, damn, I clearly remember my father saying, "Why the fuck are you calling me? All this shit, I got work." Like, he was pissed, you know? I would be pissed too. I got work in the morning and I knew that. I know what he does. I knew, like, you know, he needs his rest and shit. And then I dropped the bomb on him because, you know, I had no one else to call. None of my homies were able to drive. This was straight out of high school. Some of my friends barely even had a license. I didn't want to drag them into this. Like, that's the last thing I wanted to do. I called my father. I dropped the bomb on him. I told him I was under arrest. I needed to get picked up. That, you know, it's not really a big deal. I tried making it not a big deal, but in the back of my head, like, I knew, like, this is still a big deal. 20 minutes he came to the police station and he was talking to the police officers, exchanging information, all this, all that. And in 5 minutes, I was literally let go. I was put under arrest for 2 hours. The title, I'm not gonna change the title. The title is gonna be the time because I did get arrested, but I was only for 2 hours, you know? And I know for sure it would have been different in different states. So I'm just sharing my story and my experience. But I was let go. I was given like some papers, court dates, all this shit. Cause you know, it's not just gonna end, it's gonna follow up. And I was let go. They gave me back my car keys. I remember they gave me back my car keys. They gave me back $1,000 too that I had in my vehicle in like the middle console area. They gave me that back too. But everything else they obviously took, which is like evidence, you know. I was talking to my father outside, just what went down, everything. And he was honestly more disappointed than pissed. Normally, and this is like, I would even do this. I would smack the fuck out of my kid, bro, if they did some shit like this. Like, it's just different though, you know. Maybe like I'm probably gonna like not do that. Maybe in the future I'll probably just talk to them and do all this, but right now I think I would just like smack them, bro, to like learn. But nah, my father didn't do that. He was like very understanding, very forgiving. We went to where my car was, which was like I said, it was 5 minutes. If not, it was like 3 minutes. It was just a straight road. It was just straight down, and then we made a right. My vehicle was like just right on the side of the road with the emergency lights on. I came up to it and I was like, am I really about to drive my vehicle that I just got pulled over in and arrested in? Am I really about to drive that shit back home right now? And I did. I went back into my car, I turned it on, and I literally told myself 20 times, I'm like, am I about to drive the car that I was just arrested in, that I was just pulled over in? And there I am driving it off. With the backlight still not working. Still not working. I remember thinking too, like, what if I just get pulled over again? Like, what if I just get, and I tell him the story that I was just arrested and let go? Fuck. I hired myself an attorney. I spent a good bag on that shit. I got myself out of that situation, and you know, now I'm learning from it. This happened a while ago now. It happened like 2 years, and it's even crazy because I caught COVID during that time, and it just extended the whole entire thing. Literally, this taught me so much more than getting arrested, changing my ways and everything, because I don't know, it just, when stuff like this happens, it's called an ego death. Let's just get into some mental shit. Like, that was basically an ego death for me. And I don't know, I'm kind of grateful. I'm very grateful that I went through it, but like I said, I would not want to go through it, and I wish I never went through it, but I went through it. That's the time I got arrested. For 2 hours. Fuck. That's the time I got arrested, for 2 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, do whatever you guys want to do. As always, I don't give a fuck. I'm lit as fuck already. The plug and play is always smack. It's always good for a story time, you know. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.